Hello. It's good to see you. I, first of all, would like you to pay no attention to the curtain on my window because, you know, I live a life of squalor, okay? I mean, it's fine, whatever. So, you may have heard, if you keep up with important news, Weezer made a new album. It's called the White Album, which they came up with that by themselves. I've reviewed every Weezer album since, I don't know, when they started being bad. In various places on the internet. Don't go looking for them. And let's do this one. I've been told this one is a return to form or something. I don't know. People like to say that. This is the good one, everybody. I've listened to it already. So we're gonna go through it, and I'm gonna show you that it's not. I would like to say in advance, the Pitchfork review of this album is pretty much on point. It's by Zoe Camp. Yeah, I agree with it, and I think there's stuff in it that I'm going to steal. Here we go. Oh, this is gonna be great. Return to form. Return to form. Blah, blah, blah. Now, as Zoe Camp noticed, this starts sounding quite a bit like Pink Triangle from Pinkerton. It's worth noting that, like Pinkerton, this is a concept album. This one's about being on the beach and trying to get girls. So it's a pretty deep concept as far as Weezer goes. This is going to turn tail Scorcho in a second. It's the reason a lot of people who are old are being tricked by this album to thinking it's really good. So right here we go. It's pleasant enough, but then again, it's El Scorcho. One wonders, does Rivers mean to do these things or not? I don't know. Or if he just recycles stuff in his mind. I don't know. I mean, it's fine. It's fine if you like songs that sound like other songs but aren't as good. So this song's boring. Now this is one of the tracks I've been told by old fans of Weezer to avoid, because this is a stupid one. And it is. But notice this part right here. Not yet. That part's good. Sorry. That part's cool. Regardless of the lyrics, the ending, undeniably horrible ending. It's a terrible ending to the song. This sounds like old Weezer. I don't know which song is this. A lot of this sounds like the Green Album. I would like to set the record straight on the Green Album. It's not good. Okay. I've listened to this album 2 times. Okay, so okay, it sucks. And this solo sounds like Queen, which is not really a good thing. Queen singles are kind of enjoyable, except Bohemian Rhapsody. That can go the fuck away. It's too long. But if you've ever listened to the deep cuts of a Queen album, the non-singles, it's like being at the fucking carnival or something, or the circus. It's not a good thing to aspire to. So this is one of the ones, this was the one, the single came out and people said it sounded like Pinkerton. The telltale signs that it's not Pinkerton. First of all, Rivers' voice. He just doesn't sound the same. I don't know what happened to him after Pinkerton, but he sounds like a wuss. They put the Moog in there or something like it to make it sound like Pinkerton. Listen. Sorry, I want to recap there. Now our bones start to ache as we cramp on the pot and we fall to the floor with our face in a knot. What? Don't need no dinner tonight. Because we have drugs. Listen to the bridge. Ask yourself, does this sound like a Pinkerton bridge? I maintain that this album may not have one good bridge on it. I think maybe every bridge is lame and like poorly employed. Anyway, enough of that. The thing about new Weezer is I don't sit down thinking I'm listening to a rock album. I'm listening to some kind of shitty pop. I mean, they are pop, but I think the first two albums are undeniably rock albums. I think Maladroit's basically a rock album. Don't know what this is. So this is one of the good ones. It's a pretty catchy chorus. I mean, the thing about Rivers, Cuomo, that pisses me off is that you get the feeling he can tweak the formula of pop in any direction he wants in a very mathematical, sterile, functional way. So when there were a bunch of albums in a row, people said, no, this is awful, like Make Believe and Ratitude, which, by the way, have a few okay tracks among them. But when people said this really sucked, he kind of went, okay, alright. He knows this stuff so well that he can make these less offensive albums, but they don't matter. Okay, so LA Girls. This is everybody's favorite track, I guess. And I get it. It sounds like old school Weezer. It's got that waltz time. It sort of sounds like Waiting on You, the B-side. And then it's got this part here, which sounds more aggressive and darker, like Pinkerton. Let me go to the bridge. Is this a good bridge? It's just a build, a build, a build, a build. Goes into falsetto, gets kind of corny. Solo sounds a little like The Pillows. Not too bad, I guess. Alright, yeah, it's an alright song. Does it sound like old Weezer? Is that what you want? This is Jacked Up. Now, Jacked Up was another track that I've seen old Weezer fans saying is terrible and must be avoided. I maintain this might secretly be the best track on the album, and I'm not kidding. And you know why? It's because it doesn't really sound like old Weezer. I like the falsetto. But the thing is, if you aren't mired in worrying about something sounding like old Weezer, then you can go, well, let's hear Rivers' shitty, weird pop experiments. This has lame lyrics. Why do my flowers always die? Why did they die? But what track on this album does not have dumb lyrics? That's a terrible lyric. Let's go to the bridge, which you'll notice sounds like it comes from a completely different song. This is the only part that sounds like him going, oh shit, I didn't make a shitty Weezer song. Let me put some guitar back in and do the shitty Weezer thing. And it's lame. It's bad. It's the worst part of the song. The only good part of it is coming out of the bridge. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. That's pretty cool too. But it's a bad bridge otherwise. Anyway, that might be the best track on the album. It's either that or LA Girls. I acknowledge LA Girls being a functional fake old Weezer song. Hey, we're at the end. That was easy. This song's called Endless Bummer. I do have something I want to say about this song. Pretty important. It's boring! Yeah, so that was the White Album. I think we heard enough. It's largely inoffensive. I mean, it is offensive because it's mediocre, and mediocrity I find quite offensive. Weezer is the Simpsons of music. They will not probably ever get back to what they were. The thing to note about the White Album is it's not unlistenable, but it is unremarkable, even though I'm remarking on it right now. It's just, you know, Rivers can do this for you. If you want him to do these songs, these albums that pretend to be old Weezer. They're not the same, though. I mean, just compare it. All you gotta do is go back and listen to Pinkerton, and listen to the Blue Album, and listen to how complex those are, especially Pinkerton. Like, just listen to fucking Across the Sea, for God's sakes. It's got so many parts to it. It's got such a weird breakdown. And I mean, he just spent so much time on it. He worked so hard on it. You can tell. And I don't know, listen to this shit. It's just lame bridge, lame bridge. Over. Jacked up. Branches out a little bit, and it might be the best song on the album. I acknowledge LA Girls is the best if you want to relive the old days, but you're pretending to yourself. I'm obviously invested in this shit enough, like I am with The Simpsons. I'll listen to the new albums and I'll talk about them, but I don't feel the need to re-listen to these and try to find more within them because there's nothing there. There's not complexity to be found. That's what the first two albums are for. That's what the B-sides are for. Please keep in mind, people act like there are these two albums and then all the others were going, is it a return to form? Does it sound like the old one? No. But there are these two albums, and there are shitloads of B-sides. There are albums worth of B-sides that are really good, too. I don't think this is, only a nostalgia thing. I mean, I'm not the one stuck with the nostalgia. I'm not the one going, hey, does this album sound like the old stuff? Because I embraced a few fucking tracks on Ratitude, okay? I embraced a few tracks on Make Believe. If Rivers tries something new and weird, I'll give it a shot. It doesn't matter to me because I know it's done. Free yourselves. Free yourselves. There's so much music out there. Listen to new music. And note also that Weezer keeps bringing in new young fans. They're allowed to not yet know that this isn't very good music. If you're an old fan, you should know better. You're trying to wrench meaning and complexity out of something that's really just being made to sell tickets to the youth. So listen to the album, get over it, keep a few tracks if you want. Live better. Love yourselves. Don't watch The Simpsons either. That's really sick. Ah. Oh, and it's a return to form. Hey! 5 out of 5.